Hey guys, Pedro here to do an album review. Today I'm here to talk to you guys about the brand new record from Meadows End, The Grand Antiquation, out March 8th on Black Lion Records. This album has 8 tracks and it's 38 minutes in length. When I sat down to listen to this record, a few words came to my mind as far as the best way to describe the sound on this specific record. I would say polished, well-structured, dynamic, heavy, melodic, with great symphonic elements. These to me are all the key words, the key components, if you will, that really make this record come to life. They did a really wonderful job with this album. I really enjoyed the listening experience of sitting down and listening from track 1 to track 8. There's a great fluidity to it. I love the structure. The sound is very clean, very polished. You can tell all the different nuances that they wanted to give each single track. You can really tell all the different details, either an underlying keyboard melody or an underlying humming or an underlying symphonic element. Regardless of what they were trying to achieve, they were able to do it because the album is really polished, clean, with a very good sound mixing. So that was an extreme pleasant component to have on a record like this, because when you have these many moving parts, when you have a melodic death metal band that has a lot of symphonic elements to their sound, you really need the sound to be clear, crisp, and polished in order for you to really be able to enjoy all these different components and all these different elements that constitute one single song. So to me, that was a must on a record like this, and they were able to achieve it. Now, as far as the more predominant components of this record, I feel like there are 3 key points of discussion as far as this record is concerned. 1 is the symphonic elements, 2 is the guitars, and 3 is the vocals. I'll start with the symphonic elements. I really felt that this record used the symphonic part of the band to really enhance the atmosphere of the tracks. What I mean by this is I don't feel like they used the symphonic elements on their songs as a key predominant figure on each individual track. Rather, they used them just to enhance the song, to bring light to the song, to bring atmosphere, to bring a sense of togetherness to the track, and that to me was key. That's what I wanted from this record, and that's what I got. I didn't want the symphonic element to be predominant, to be in the forefront, to be the main focus of every single song. I wanted it to be there, but to be there in a very underlined tone, almost just in the background, just to really give atmosphere to the song, and more important, to bring the lyrics to life, to bring the story of each single song to life. Those symphonic elements really help from that perspective, and I felt that on this record they did a wonderful job. The combination of the lyrics and where the symphonic elements were used on each single track really elevated the songs. The other aspect that I mentioned before was the guitars. I love the guitar work on this album. I love the sound of the riffs, the melodies, the solos. Everything about the guitar work on this album was really well put together. Once again, the guitars really added a sense of togetherness to the track. They added a sense of purpose to the songs. Really connected well with the other moving parts of the tracks, with the other components, either it be the vocals, the drums, the bass line, or the symphonic elements. So I really feel like all of these components really work well together in order to create songs that had life, that had fluidity, that had a sense of dynamic purpose. I really also enjoyed what they did with the solos. They really were creative in how they placed the solos and where they placed them. Where they put them earlier on the track, towards the middle of the track, towards the end of the track. That to me was a very nice touch because it allowed the tracks to be very independent from each other and not sound repetitive. Not only that, but then the style of the solo was also changed from track to track. They were really able to create solos that either added a sense of purpose to the song, that added melody to the song, that added atmosphere in some cases, and in some cases they broke the song completely. The solo was so different from the rest of the melody of the song that really felt like it turned the song on a dime. So I like this approach to their solos. I like this approach to how they incorporate them in the tracks, because it really allowed for the songs to be very individual from each other. Last but not least, the vocals. I like the harsh vocals. I really like the tone of the vocals. I really like how they sound and how they come together with the lyrics and the overall feel, sound, and structure of the tracks. I like that. They didn't go crazy. They didn't try to overdo it. They didn't try to create clean vocals, harsh vocals, layering of vocals in order to create a lot of volume. They didn't really go crazy on that, and I like that. The simplicity of the harsh vocals really adds to the feel of the record. Sure, they did do a few things here and there. They added some humming, some added vocals into the symphonic element to give a sense of an orchestra. I like that because that really goes well with the symphonic element that the tracks have. So I don't mind that at all. I actually enjoy that because once again, it adds atmosphere to the tracks. I liked what they did there. But to me, the main thing is the harsh vocals were not really played with. They didn't try too many things. They didn't try to make it more electronic or create a sense of an echo in some of the tracks. No, they just used the harsh vocals the way they were meant to be used on an album like this, because you already have so many little moving parts on an album that has these many components, that is this dynamic. You really don't need the vocals to be played with, to be touched. You just really need harsh vocals, good harsh vocals that really enhance the mood of the song, enhance the lyrics in the songs, and are the perfect partner to the music around it. As far as favorite tracks are concerned, I don't want to talk about the singles, so I want to give you guys a couple of tracks that were not released as singles. I'm going to start with Storm of Perdition. This song is really cool, and it has a really cool keyboard symphonic element to it that gives the whole song a very dark embrace. When you put that together with the harsh vocals, you have a song that really brings the lyrics to life. Those two elements are absolutely fundamental in order to bring this song to the forefront and bring the lyrics to life. The female humming during the pre-chorus and the chorus is absolutely delightful. It incorporates perfectly well with the symphonic elements of the track, and it really adds a sense of a menacing, dark vibe atmosphere to the song. I like that. It was really important to have that. It added a different layer, a different level to the symphonic element into the track itself. I really like what they've done there. The guitar melody leading into the solo midway through the song is absolutely beautiful and melodic. This song has my favorite solo on the whole record. I really like where they placed the solo. I like the melody of the solo, and I like the melody that it gives the song. It really continues in the same line as the symphonic elements and the melody that those elements bring to the track. The guitar solo really follows into that same line, and it just continues the song. It just gives it a sense of purpose and direction. My absolute favorite solo on this whole record. Another song that I want to mention to you guys is Her Last Sigh Goodbye. The opening riff of this song is really what hooks you to this song, but it doesn't just hook you, it keeps you hooked and interested in this track, because that riff stays with the song and is really catchy, has a little bit of heaviness to it, but if I had to describe that riff, I would say it's more groovy than heavy. I really like it. It just gives the song a nice tempo. I just like the momentum that it builds with the song. I like what it does to the song. I really enjoyed it. The solo in this track following the first two verses was unexpected. I felt that, wow, it came really early into the track. You have two verses and the solo pops in, and I was like, wow, this is really early. But then the more I listened to this track, the more it felt like that was the perfect place for it, because it added a different vibe to the song. It added a different dynamic. It gave the song a structure like no other song has on this record. The symphonic elements on this one really adds a sense of an echo through the chorus that gives the song a real cool cinematic vibe, if you will. The symphonic elements, the way they're used on this track, specifically in the chorus, really gives this song a sense of a cinematic vibe, a sense of larger than life vibe to the song. But to me, having the solo where they had it, where it was placed in the track, is really what sets this song apart when you combine it with that riff. Those two elements are really the mood changers. They are the two key components that make this song very different from any other song on this record. Last but not least, The Insignificance of Man is another track that I want to mention to you guys, because it has elements that were not present in any other of the other tracks. I really like having a female vocalist at the start of the song. The first two verses was a female vocalist. I really like that. I like that dynamic that it gives the song with something different, something we hadn't had in any of the songs leading up to this point. So I really felt that it also combined well with the lyrics of the song and what the message of the song was. So when you think of having a female vocalist in that specific spot of the song, and you think of the lyrics of the song and the overall message, it really makes sense, and I like how they did it. it showed intelligence from their side, and how putting a song like this together, it's really important to not only pay attention to the music, but pay attention to the lyrics and what they're trying to transmit with those lyrics. So having a female vocalist there for that first verse, I thought was really cool, really important, and it added a different, something different to the track. So I really like that. I like the overall mood of the song. It's a song that has a bit of a heavier, faster tempo. The symphonic elements in this song mixed in with the guitar riffs really give the song this strong momentum to it. It really gives the song a feel of heaviness and a feel of being not only heavy but fast. So I like how those two key components of this specific track came together to give the song a sense of momentum. It really gave the song its balance but its speed at the same time. Now, there's a bit of a piano track right in the middle of the song that really breaks this song into two, because you have the first part of the song that's heavy, and like I said, it has this fast momentum to it. Then it mellows out with this piano melody in the middle. Absolutely beautiful. I felt that it added a sense of darkness to the song. It really matched well with the lyrics. It really brought the lyrics that came before to life, because it really gave this sense of darkness, this dark embrace to the track. Then after that, it gets heavier again. It picks up again in speed the same way it was before that piano came in. So I really like what they did with the piano in the middle of the track, because it really broke the song into two separate parts, two equal parts, but two separate parts. And it gave the song a different sound, a different feel, and once again, a different structure. A very different song from any other song, and that's something that it was predominant throughout the whole record. They really were able to create songs that, while using some of the same components, some of the same elements, because they were used in a different place and in a different way, with a different sound, with a different look, they were really able to create very unique tracks, 8 very unique tracks that, while using some of those same elements, are very different from each other, and that allows the album to not be mundane, to not be repetitive, to be something that sounds fresh at every single turn. This is it, guys. This is Meadow's End, The Grand Antiquation, out March 8 on Black Lion Records. Let me know your thoughts on the band, on the songs. What did you think of the singles? What are your favorite tracks? Use the comment section below to let me know your thoughts. I'll be reading those and getting back to you. Take care, guys.